Today we're going to be performing a sewer inspection here at property is 4211 4th Avenue South, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're down here in your basement going from a stack pipe access to a floor drain. All he gets is a 4-inch cast iron. I'm going to continue. 6.1 feet, you are noticing on the top of the cast iron some slight surface decay as well as some slight cracking. The pipe is still holding shape at this time as you are going through the rough end under the basement. It might not be a bad idea to get a second camera opinion about 6 to 7 years down the line to make sure this pipe is still holding shape. I'm going to continue through. .4 feet, you do see where it converts into a 4-inch PVC plastic sewer pipe here. .5 we can go back into transition back into cast iron. .5, 15.4 feet, you are noticing evidence of another inside clean out. More than likely is where the old dirt style access pit was at one point that has been concreted off. I'm going to continue here. .9 feet, you are noticing on the top right-handed side where your pipe is starting to, you can see where it has lost and rust and corroded. However, pipe replacement is more than likely not needed at this time as the clay tile is setting back far enough and the water is not leaking out. I would recommend that camera within the near future, 6 to 7 years, just to make sure that this pipe is still holding shape. At this time, I'm going to continue through. Also, 28.7 feet is where we convert into a 6-inch clay tile. 22.5 feet, we transition back into a 6-inch PVC plastic sewer pipe. At 29.3 feet, we transition back into clay tile. 40.4 feet, are noticing some very slight hairline roots here. I'm not going to recommend a drain cleaning at this time. As I mentioned before, some dead end roots. I'm going to continue here. At 71.3 feet, you're noticing on the left-handed side as well as on the top, that's how the pipe is starting to crack here. Now the pipe is still holding shape good, but eventually this pipe, the more water usage that goes through there is going to soften this up and potentially break. So I'm going to recommend a second opinion with a pipelining company to review this further to see exactly how they go about this. At 74.2 feet, you are noticing on the right-handed side as well, where we are starting to get some surface cracking here. Have the pipe company take a look at this as well when they are checking this out for a potential liner. 76.2 feet, even at this section here on the left-handed side, some slight surface cracking on as well. Same thing here as well, about 78.2 feet. You're noticing on the right all the way to the top, to the left side as well, some surface decay. Have them take a look at this area as well. Also 80 feet out, surface decay on this joint connection as well. Might not be a bad idea just to see what it would be to just, from the original start of the surface cracking, just to have fitted out the rest of the sewer line here. 82.1 feet this section as well. 86.6 feet. Just before the city sewer connection, you are seeing that where the pipe is starting to misshape here as it is starting to crumble on the bottom. It's hard to determine if water is leaking out at this time, but eventually this pipe is going to collapse and break. You are seeing some where the pipe has misshaped on the right-handed side as well as the bottom. I'm going to recommend a second opinion with a pipe excavation company. Also, it might not be a bad idea to have a pipe lining company review this as well if you're already having this tape reviewed for previous sections. So I'm going to recommend that this does get replaced and fixed. He was the homeowner responsible from the oval shape all the way back in to the road. As I get a kind of a closer look here, you are seeing where water is leaking right under the pipe. This is actually leaking into the outer dirt. So like as I mentioned before, have this reviewed immediately, possibly dug up, or if possible, lined. Unable to get by this connection, we have probably about another foot to the city sewer connection. I'm going to go ahead and shut the water off and pull back. 20.3 feet. You are seeing where the cast iron is starting to decay here. As you are getting a second opinion with a pipelining or pipe excavation company, have them review this spot as well. You know, the clay tile is going past this point, which is not a huge concern. However, if you're going to be looking at multiple areas, have this area looked at as well. Here we are back at the base of the clean out hole. After reviewing the pipe, there were a few areas of some slight concern, as you did see some slight surface cracking within the clay tile in between joint connections. The pipe is still holding shape, so a pipeliner should be able to be inserted in there to be taken care of. As soon as I got to the city sewer connection, I did notice the pipe was starting to crumble at the bottom and the right side. Water is leaking out at this time, so I'm going to recommend this be replaced, whether a pipe excavation company has to come out and dig up within the road, or possibly have a pipeliner inserted there to see if that is possible to have that repaired. Any questions, by any means, feel free to reach out and contact us. Other than that, good pitching on the line. It is all original materials. Actually, there was 2 spots that were dug up and replaced with plastic PVC. Minimal evidence of any insurance. A drain cleaning is not necessary at this time. With that being said, thank you so much for letting me check out your sewer pipe today, allowing Structure Tech to be a part of your home buying process.